All right, I'm officially hiking Isle Royale, Michigan. A couple things to note. Obviously I took the seaplane in, awesome experience, but if you're going to do that, be ready for your changes possibly, your plans possibly changing. I was supposed to come in yesterday, taking off at 10 a.m. to hike the whole middle of the island for 3 nights, but they couldn't take off due to weather. So, and not only that, I couldn't take off this morning. I couldn't take off till 3 o'clock. So big change of plans. So if you're gonna do the plane, it's super cool, but just know you might have to make some serious changes to your itinerary. So right now I am trying to get to a place called Muskie Basin, Muskie Bay, but it's 10 miles away. So making it there with the amount of sunlight I have left is highly questionable, but I will certainly make it to a campsite called Daisy Farm. It's only about 7 miles away, just under actually, I think. And I'll make that decision to proceed or not at that point. And once it comes map time, whether that's today or maybe in the morning, I'll show you what that looks like on a map. So crazy logistics, but we're on the island. Well, I saw a little post that said Suzy's cave just off trail a little bit. Well, I didn't say a little bit, just pointed, no directions. Even though I'm in a big hurry this morning, afternoon, I had to come check out a cave, right? And sure enough, it's kind of right here, so that really worked out pretty well. All right, but no time to waste. Back to the trail it be, lads. Back to the trail it be. Oh, it looks like I've reached 3 Mile campground. There's some shelters up there that look pretty empty on map. But we'll keep rolling. 7 miles to go, hopefully. Well, it just passed a sign that said the Daisy Farm campground is 4.2 miles. So it's 6:40. Like I said, I mean, it really doesn't get dark till 9:30, 10. But I don't know. Might end up staying at Daisy Farm for 2 nights. I have to be there tomorrow night. That's a definite, because this scattered thunderstorm Sunday. So I actually canceled my flight out and I booked a ferry transport on the Voyager 2. And it's gonna be picking me right up, right from the campground. So in the morning, have to be there for that. So we'll see how it goes. I couldn't really see what type of bird that was. It scared the hell out of me when it started making that noise. Just for a second. Yeah, come on. Tough guy. I feel like a crane of some kind or something. I could barely see it was a big bird. I'm not exactly sure what that is over there. I was trying to think back to the map I had out when I was trying to make new plans for my trip after all the seaplane delays and such. And I think that may be the park director's headquarters. But if that's right, then it should be a lighthouse, I think, on down a little bit. But I don't see a lighthouse. Like I said, I don't have my map out. I'm just trying to think back. Get around this a little bit. No, none down there. Yeah, definitely a park headquarters of some kind. It's cool. Very remote. Open mine pits. Caution required. Keep your head on a swivel there, kid. Oh, don't you know? Oh, is that a mine pit? I think it is. Sure looks like one. There's another one up there. I'll be careful. Okay. What does this one got? Oh, there's more. I don't know if they really need the warning with the... Oh, golly. Spent a couple days in Minnesota. And then you start talking like, oh, good golly. That right there's a big old holy there. Anyone from Minnesota happens to ever watch this video, I say that with love. Y'all have treated me kindly. Gave me a very delicious beer in Castle Danger, cream ale, and some ridiculously huge donuts that I'm happy for, proud of. So, much love. What is that? There's a nice building over there. Maybe that's the headquarters things. Man, it's kind of, we're so remote. It's cool to see structures. I mean, this is a national park though. I mean, there should be places. Oh, that's neat. Anyway. Well, I haven't been making as good of time as I wanted to. Been doing okay, but just, yeah, not the best. I've crossed a lot of areas like this, but without the boardwalk, so yeah, like that. So when everything's wet, you know, it takes a lot of time trying to hop rocks and figure out ways to try to stay dry. But so that's kind of slowed me down a little. It's about 8 o'clock. Like I said, it gives me about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of daylight left from where I'm at. And I still haven't made it to Daisy Farm yet, so definitely not making the progress I want to make, which means, here's the gist. And this will make more sense when I get the map out later. I wanted to make it to Muskie Bay to see a beautiful sunrise in the morning, which I can still see a beautiful sunrise from Daisy Farm. But then I was gonna do like a 14-mile big loop, get a lot in of Isle Royale, right down the center. And then loop back down to Daisy Farm. But now it looks like I might be staying at Daisy Farm tonight as well. But I might still make the loop. It'd just be like a 17-mile loop. But the caveat is I'll leave most of my gear where I wake up at, so I won't be carrying near as heavy as a pack. So that'd be a long day, but screw it, man. I'm out here to take in all that Isle Royale has to offer. Might end up being what we're doing. I'll still make a decision once we get to Daisy Farm, but right now it is leaning a little bit more towards 2 nights there. There's a lighthouse across the way there. A big white structure right in the middle. Pretty cool. There's actually a campsite right there where that boat is, so that's pretty cool. It's called Caribou Island. And I bet those people in that boat are probably camping over there. Really nice. There you see it all in one little frame. Cool. Lighthouses. I dig them. They light me up. I got nothing else. All right. Bye. Well, it's 8 o'clock, and I still haven't made it to Daisy Farm. I'm a little over 6 miles in, and so that probably means I probably have a mile and a half to go. And obviously, there's still a lot of light out here, even for 8 o'clock, and even at 9:30, you still can see. But with me being delayed like I was, I actually went and hiked 7 miles this morning to the Minnesota high point, a little place called Eagle Mountain. Really beautiful hike. Knocked off another state high point. But so between those 7 miles and these 7 miles, and the fact it's getting a little dark, if I get to Daisy Farm and there's a shelter available, I'm taking it. I'm claiming it for the next 2 days. So, let's see. All right, well, I'm at camp. I made it to Daisy Farm and walked around, checked out all the shelters, checked out the dock, which is really cool. That's where I'm actually going to have a ferry pick me up Sunday because I think I mentioned thunderstorms Saturday, so the plane wasn't going to fly, so I booked a ferry. So came in on a plane, heading out on a boat. But as you see, beautiful view behind me. One of those Jurassic Park birds out in the distance. So anyway, let me show you my humble abode for the next 2 nights. Time for the tour. All right, I'm at shelter number 10. There's my gear, some of my stuff there. Now, I did pitch a tent inside the shelter, which I thought about not doing, but here's I have some reasons why. One, storage space, obviously. I got that there. But the main reason is this is going to be my camp for tomorrow as well. And this is a real, I don't know if anything's popular in Isle Royale, but it is the biggest campsite they have here. And there's obviously going to be campers coming in Saturday, Memorial Day weekend. So I'm claiming this spot with my tent. So not just a little stuff on the ground. Got a tent pitch. This is Windjammer spot for 2 days. So, here's the map right there. I'm about to break that out and show you what I did today and what the big plan is for tomorrow. All right, map time. So this is the seaplane landing area. So it was a little after 5 actually when I got here. It's 9 o'clock now, but I have been at camp for actually a little while. But anyway, only 7 miles a day, but what can you do? So, I hit this trail right here. Took off all the way along the coast here to this big campsite here, Daisy Farm. Now, what I kind of hope to do, you see this here's another 3.5 miles to Muskie Basin, which would have been pretty cool, but it just, like I said, it's 9 o'clock now. Still a lot of daylight, but still, that's 3.5 miles. Definitely would have been dark when I got there, and who knows if there would have been open, you know, shelters. So I'm guessing they probably were, because there's a lot of open shelters here. But, you know, you don't want to chance it in the dark anyway. And I definitely didn't want to walk up on cabins in the dark with a headlamp trying to see if they're occupied or not. So didn't do that. Decided to stay here. So this is what we're going to do tomorrow. All right, got my base camp set up right here at shelter number 10, right along the water. And going to get up in the morning, and it's going to be a big day. So going to hike all the way to Muskie Basin. Check that out. Head all the way over to Lake Ritchie. Check that out. Head up into the interior of the island to Chicken Pond Lake. Check that out. And then we'll hit the Greenstone, which was the original plan all along. Greenstone all the way down to Mount Ojibway, where there's a lookout tower, which, God knows I love lookout towers. So anyway, check that out. Back down to Daisy Farm for one more night. And then the ferry will be picking me up right on the dock I was at earlier. Early Sunday morning. So I'm gonna calculate all these miles real quick. I think it's 17, but like I said, you know, I'll leave my gear here, so I'll just be carrying a lot lighter weight, and I'll have all day to do it. So sounds like a wonderful plan in Isle Royale. Well, believe it or not, it's almost 10 o'clock at night. So it's about time for me to crash out. So this will be it for tonight, day one. And hopefully we'll wake up in the morning to a beautiful sunrise coming right that way. Good night. Good morning from day two. I've actually been up a while. It's like 10:30, but it's been pouring rain, and I think it's starting to slow down some up there. Maybe just a little drizzle. It was a pretty hard rain for a while. So again, the theme of this trip: flexibility, adaptability. So I'm hoping it's gonna kind of die down a little, and I'm not gonna do 18 miles today. It's already 10:30. But I do want to get to the lookout tower on Mount Ojibway. That's my primary wanting to see. So here in a little bit, I guess I'm gonna make a run for that. So see how the weather holds up. Then it might be just a day reading my book here in a little shelter, which isn't that bad at all. Well, I'm officially back on trail, going across this really pretty creek. It's a little after 1 in the afternoon. I think I've waited for most of the hard rain to blow through. So there's a lot of hard rain this morning. But, so now I'm heading up to the Greenstone Ridge. Oh, there's a little cool little cascade. I'm gonna spin out and catch a little bit of that. But pretty much just a day hike. And I'm gonna circle back around to where my campsite was. See if we can get that in the shot there. Yeah, pretty. So up onto the interior of the island. Make a big, about 5.5, 6 mile loop today. And then we'll be back back at that shelter. And hope those hard rains that were coming this morning, just leave me be. Just leave me be while I do this. I'm prepared. Here's the signpost for Muskie Basin. 3.7 miles, yeah. I definitely made a good call yesterday when I decided to stay where I was. We're heading up to get on top of the ridge that runs right through the spine of the island. And we're just under 2 miles away, 1.7. No rush at all today. Just enjoying the wet trails. I think these are pretty cool, no matter how you slice them. This is a long one. I'm also filming, hoping a moose is out there somewhere and I can catch him. This is a really long little walkway. Well, let's just keep it going. A little slippery too. No moose yet. Looks like we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby. On the Greenstone Trail. And it's starting to rain like hell. That's not too bad, not too bad. Mount Ojibway, 1.5 miles that way along the Greenstone. This is exciting. This was the trail I was supposed to be on. And Mount Ojibway has a lookout tower on it. God, I love lookout towers. A little 360 view of hiking along the Greenstone. Some hills off in the distance there. It's really cool. A lot different atmosphere than down along the coast of Lake Superior, which is also very cool. Feels incredibly remote out here. You're far away. There's a moose right there. I'll try to zoom in on him. There's another moose. You'll see in just a moment. This was a little bit closer, and I hope the trail does not curve to the left. That thing was giving me the eye. Dude, it's a big moose. I was just like trying to be real quiet, like just, man. I'm peaceful. You're peaceful. Let's chill, buddy. It was definitely staring me down, man. I like them when they're as far away as the first moose. It's awesome. I just came up just a little bump and here it is. the big view from the Greenstone I've been looking for. Wow, is it a good one? Jeez. I mean, that is awesome. That's another great view from the Greenstone Trail. And that out there is Lake Superior. Just goes on and on. Awesome. There she is. That's the lookout tower on Mount Ojibway. Pretty freaking sweet. Hope you can climb it. I really don't know. I'm gonna absolutely do my best and try. Get a look out from the top. This is why I love lookout towers. Oh, as far as I'm going. Let's go. It's pretty awesome. Okay, well, the lookout tower was awesome. I couldn't get to the top. It's locked, but I was still able to get pretty high and get some really good views. And now I'm on my way back down to Daisy Farm. Just under 2 miles, all downhill. And it's really gonna be about the end of the trip. Once I get back to that shelter, I'll probably make another video. And, oh, look at this behind me. This is a cool place. So, yeah, I'll check in, don't worry. On the way down to Daisy Farm. Whew. I am really a fan of these boardwalks. This is a particularly good one. Man, if you fall off that, it almost sucks. Overly, it's not either. Not overly wide. You know, someone has at some point scratched down. That's a pretty tree. This is a bit varied terrain. Not exactly the ridgetop walk. Definitely not the swampy. Well, maybe down in there, but pretty cool. Coming up on a little area called Ransom Hill. I'm sure that'll be neat. Well, I made it back to my shelter at Daisy Farm, and this is pretty neat. The fog is rolled into the water here. Yesterday this was just beautiful, you could see all the way across, but now a little spooky. I haven't actually been down to the water yet. I gotta come refill my water bottles here in a minute. Well, I'll show what we did today on the map and then just hang out. Okay, map time for day 2. So last night I stayed right here at Daisy Farm, and I kept the same campground. So rained really hard all morning, so I waited that out, and then I hiked up Daisy Farm Trail along the Greenstone, and then back down Mount Ojibway. So just a little day hiking, not much. I think it was like 6 miles total, roughly. And yeah, it was a good trip though. Saw 2 moose and had a good time. So 6 miles, 2 moose, 1 lookout tower. Good deal. Good morning. Welcome to day 3. Not gonna be a whole lot of hiking today. I have my ferry that's going to be picking me up right at the docks out there. So I'm already packed up. Everything's pretty much ready to go. I'm just waiting on the boat. And then it's back off to Minnesota for the journey back home. So I'll probably get a clip or 2 of the actual ferry because that's kind of neat, and the road along the way. Then that'll be a wrap up on this video. So I guess the Windjammer's technically out.